What is going on, guys? My name is Jay and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft the Basics. And give me a second, let me just check something. Yeah, we should be all good. So yeah, today I'm going to be going through piston doors, which is this type here, which is the most basic one, and then the sorts that go flush against the wall like this. So you can't even tell there's a door there, and then you hit this and it opens up. So yeah, I'm going to be going through that. And unfortunately in 1.0, for some reason when I run fraps, it makes the pistons look buggy, but that doesn't matter. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to build this. So let me just get some materials that I need and I'll be back in a second. So as you can see down below, you're going to need some redstone torches, some repeaters and some sticky pistons. And we're going to start by outlining where the door wants to be. So as you can see by this one here, let me just set it back to creative. When the pistons are extended, the 4 blocks should be touching. So you want a gap of 4 in between your pistons. So if we place one here, you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 after that. So now if we were to extend these, there's space for 2 blocks in the middle. That's what you want. And we then want to start wiring these up. And I messed that sticky piston up a bit, didn't I? So we're just going to place some test blocks in here for now, like so, and then we are going to wire this up. So the best way to wire it up, I find anyway, is to, let's use green so it's easier to see, place a block directly behind these 2 pistons with a single piece of dust on top, and exactly the same on the other side. And you then want to dig down underneath, and I messed that up, and place a redstone torch underneath that block. So as you can see now, they're fully extended. So all you need to do is get an input into this block, which can be done either using a repeater or just using redstone dust. But it's important to remember, if you're using redstone dust, it needs to come 2 away so it inverts the signal. If it was coming like that, it wouldn't go into that block, so it wouldn't invert the signal. So you want to just dig a little channel out, and this is where your pressure plates are going to be, by the way, like so, and connect these up. And if you wanted your pressure plates right next to the door, all you'd have to do is do that there. And then if I place a couple of pressure plates down, you can see when I stand on them, the doors open up like so. And then to connect up the other side, all you do is dig down, find your torch, and do exactly the same again on the other side. Dig this out and place redstone down like so, and again put it here, and place your pressure plates on top there. And let me just say it to light. So this can be covered up really easily. The only issue with this design of the door is you need blocks around here like so, otherwise you're going to be able to see the pistons, which you don't really want. So if you want it completely covered, you unfortunately have to have it 1 wider each side than the piston door actually is, which, you know, it's worth dealing with because it's a cheap and easy door to make, so it looks quite good as well. So if you just want a simple piston door, that's what you're going to want to build. And we're going to move on to a more complicated one now. So as you can see, looks completely flat, you can't see anything at all, and then it opens up and you can walk through. So why don't I get set up and I'll be back in a sec. So I've just built a stripped down version of one of these quickly so I can show you how it works. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to build it after. But this is basically how it works. You have these pistons extending first, which push this block into the middle as well as this piston here. And then this piston extends and pushes the wall out. And then as it retracts, because these have got delay, this one will retract first, and then these two sticky pistons will pull them both out of the way. So if I show you how that works, one thing to note is you would have the input inverted, so that let me just change this a sec. Yeah, you'd have the input inverted so that by default the doors would be closed, not open, and you'd have it sealed up like so, and this input redstone would be underground, but I've just put it above ground so you can see what's going on. So you stand on a pressure plate, pistons pull the wall back and then out of the way, and then once you leave the pressure plate it closes again. So I'm going to show you how to build it now, because it can be a little bit complicated, but it's not too complicated, so I'll try and do it as best and as quickly as I can. So again, you're going to want to place a sticky piston as a marker and count 4 spaces and then put another one. So as they push, they will push the blocks into the middle, which is what we want. However, this time you're going to need 4 sticky pistons like so, and another 2 facing the way that you want your doorway to be. You then want to place your blocks that are going to form your door down, and that is the basis of what's going to make your doors. So you want to come behind these 2 sticky pistons on each side and place down 4 blocks. Repeaters going into them set to 3 ticks, and again on the other side 1 2 3, and then place redstone on them. So just to quickly recap, you've got your piston array, and then you've got repeaters going into both pistons set to 3 ticks. So if I was to set this off now, it will push them pistons into the middle, and the same would happen on this side, so they'd meet in the middle, and that is what we want. So now we need to connect up how it comes out after, and basically what you want to do for this is, I'll actually set this so you can see, but what happens is these get pushed to the middle. So if we were to power this block here, then it would get pushed out. So what I like to do is place a repeater here and redstone dust up to this here, and I'm actually going to put another block here and a block there like so. So now the bottom one gets pushed out and then gets pulled away. That's what we want. So you just want to repeat this exact same on the opposite side. So this is the block here that needs to be powered. So dig out these 4 here, put a repeater facing into that block, and then a redstone signal coming off like so. So that's looking good so far. And if we were to power both the sides, we would be halfway there. The problem is these top pieces wouldn't come out, but it would retract properly, which is what we want. So now to get these top ones, what you want to do is set your doors to closed and come above your pistons and put blocks on top, and then another 2 behind them, and we want 2 repeaters here with redstone dust behind them, then another block behind either side, it doesn't matter, just whichever you'd prefer to connect to, and then we want to basically connect this together. So put redstone dust here, and I'm just going to put a repeater here just to make sure that it activates them all, and as you can see they're now all open, and if I was to hit this they'd all retract properly, and this one as well. Obviously these need to be linked together, but that's basically how we want it, apart from the fact that the bottom ones retract slightly earlier, and that's because we've got a repeater for each one of these, and then I've got another repeater here to carry the signal. So if we set these to 1 tick, then they should retract at the same time, the top and bottom ones, which they do. So that's perfect. Now all we want to do is attach these 2 signals together, and to do that we'll just get this closed properly first. To do that we place our pressure plates wherever we want them, so I'd suggest here, so pressure plates like so, and then all we need to do is get a redstone signal up to here. So what I usually do is place a block here with a piece of redstone dust, and then place a torch here, and then if we run this redstone round, by default that one will be open, and we'll do the same on this side quickly. Like so. So by default the door will be closed, and then if we stand on the pressure plate it'll open up, and this door, like I say, can be completely hidden. And also if you want to open it from the other side, all you have to do is do what I did on that one and connect to this block exactly the same with the redstone wire, but you'd run your pressure plate to here somewhere. So if I just cover this up quickly, and you can see exactly how it'll look. This will be your front side entrance, and as you can see it just looks like a solid wall. You can do this as high as you want as well, so that you wouldn't be able to see any of them repeaters or anything, and then it'd open up like that and close behind you. And once you're in here you can actually cover most of this up. I usually just place blocks here like so, so you get a sort of corridor feel, and then you can come out from there. So you wouldn't be able to see it from the other side. You just have a corridor with your pressure plates to open it back up under there. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you found this useful. Also thank you to all the new subs I got yesterday. I had a video go up on the Minecraft forums and it got a really good response, and it got a lot of people coming over and subscribing, so thank you if you were one of them guys. And as always guys, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see in future, and leave a rating if you feel like it. So until next time guys, I'll see you later. Peace.